GG. Hey guys, welcome back, and for everyone who's new, thank you for giving me a chance. Boop, boop. So, welcome back to Broken Sordo, Shadow of the Templars, part 3. So, let's make a little recap. So we were at Ireland, right? And we wanted to talk to Pilgrim, right? An archaeological guy who had the digging site at Lochmorn Castle or something. But at the bar at Lochmorn, we found a character, Fitzgerald, who worked for him, but he got clapped by Khan, right? We saw Khan again, but he didn't recognize us, and he dropped somehow the gem from the digging site into the cellar of the bar. And then we retrieved the gemstone, and finally we could look around the digging site ourselves. So we sneaked into the castle, Lochmorn, and in the castle we found underground the Templars logo or something like that. And then we got back to Paris because we got more information about another criminal, Marquis, and he was in the Hagenmeier hospital or something. So we disguised ourselves as a doctor and wanted to get just more information out of him, right? But another assassin who also disguised himself as a doctor killed him. And then, well, we wanted to get the tripod, right, from the museum. And so we sneaked there in, more or less. We just hid there till the night. And then Guido and Flap came because we knew they wanted to steal the tripod. But George got somehow unconscious. But Nico came like Catwoman, right? And clapped Guido, and we got the tripod, right? Shows she is Catwoman, right? She's a superhero. Well, so we now have the tripod and the gemstone, like on the parchment we got, right? So now we ended up somehow in Spain. I don't know if that's right, so let's hop back into the game and see what's going on. I hope I did that right. There's a lot of story and a lot of characters, but here we go. So let's continue. Boop. Let's continue. So we are in Spain. Look at that. Okay, let's talk. Talking is important in this game. The gardener.
There was a crotchety old guy watering the lawn. If this garden was all his own work, he was more capable than he looked.
All right, let's talk to him.
Hi, is this the De Vasconcellos house?
Who wants to know?
I could tell the old coot was going to be trouble. My name's George Stobart. I was wondering whether...
The house is not open to the public.
This is the De Vasconcellos house.
And what business is that of yours, senor?
Look, all I want is to speak to the head of the household.
That's right.
There is no household. Only the Countess and myself.
Okay, let's ask about the Countess then.
Tell me about the Countess De Vasconcellos.
She doesn't receive guests. That's all you need to know.
You don't even know what I have to talk to her about.
She hasn't won the lottery, has she?
I guess not.
No, she hasn't won the lottery.
A more cunning man might have claimed that she had.
That's right.
They might have, might they?
And that more cunning man would have been kicked off the premises. The Countess doesn't do the lottery.
Hey, maybe something, something about the Templars.
What do you know about the Templars?
Who wants to know?
Are you angling for a bribe or something?
You have nothing that I want, senor, except the pleasure of your absence.
The guy was obviously protecting the Countess against the whole world. But why?
Maybe you saw the guy.
Do you recognize this man?
No.
All right. Okay, let's see if he can sneak in.
Well, I'll see you around.
Adios.
Adios, amigos. Ooh. I can just go in.
Hey, you.
Oh.
Yeah, what is it?
You would not like it if people just wandered into your home, would you?
Well, no, I guess not.
Then show a little consideration.
Okay. Sorry.
Can I go here?
I didn't like the idea of carrying 30 yards of hose around me, so I left it alone. The hose ran from some sort of utility room all the way to the lawn.
Ah.
My hose has stopped.
Yeah?
See, my hose never stops.
Well, I'm sorry to hear it. It's always sad when an old tradition comes to an end.
Did you have anything to do with it?
No.
See, you.
Well, I'm shocked. I'm mortified. How could you think such a thing?
Very easily, senor. Very easily. I'm going to find out why my hose has stopped.
No.
And that means going into the house. You are not, absolutely not, to go in the house.
Let's go into
If
the
you
house.
do go in the house, I will set the dogs on you.
I can run. Ooh. Doesn't matter, we go inside. We came this far. Ooh.
Must have been traveling pretty fast when he hit the wall. I love suits of armor.
Me too.
Who doesn't?
Right?
A big chandelier, studded with plain white candles. Probably pretty impressive when all lit up. And it must keep the moth population down.
So let's... I guess we sneak here. Go, George. Ooh, the dogs. Oh shit. What now? Okay, I can't go up there. Ooh,
Hey,
maybe.
you.
No.
Who, me?
Come here.
Ooh, shit. We got caught.
Look, senor. All I want is a quiet life. A life without mad, house-breaking foreigners in it. Understand?
Look, I just wanted to, use the bathroom.
Leave now, please.
Okay, I'm going.
Ooh, I can do something. Maybe I can hide there. Ah.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
So maybe I have to do it before he is finished, right? So let's wait. You have to time it correctly. Maybe now.
The armor was about my size. I had a mental vision of putting it on and clanking off to see the Countess, with the gardener hanging hopelessly on the outside trying to stop me. Apart from being stupid and unworkable, it was a great plan.
It is. Because there's nothing else, right? Ooh. Ooh, I can go up now. Go, 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 go. Sneak, George. Sneak.
Hey,
No.
you on the stairs.
Oops. I know this doesn't look good, but
This is the second time I've caught you skulking around in here. If I find you in here once more, I'll call the police.
there's no reason to drag the police into this. I
do not want to hear your excuses. Leave.
Okay, don't get excited.
No. Or maybe we, we know the dogs that they bark and then we hide. Go, go, go. Now he has to check it, right?
I hid behind the armor and waited for developments.
That's great. Good, 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 good.
Hey, you.
What?
I know you are there, American. All right, you dogs. I'm coming.
Good, 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 good. My devilish plan succeeded. Let's go up. Go, 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 go. Can I go here? There she is. Look, is it the Templar sign?
Dios, who are you?
My name's George Stobart. I'm sorry to burst in like this.
You must leave at once. You're not wanted here.
Come on.
Please, if you'd just listen a minute.
Please listen.
Very well. State your business, Senor Stobart.
Senor
There's been a
Stobardo.
series of murders, part of some conspiracy. Anyway, the trail led me here.
Here? There is nothing for the outside world here.
Over 600 years ago there was.
What do you mean?
This whole thing ties in somehow with the Knights Templar.
The Knights Templar are dust.
They had a secret that was so important, they went to a lot of trouble to hide it.
I do not see what this has to do with my family.
Your family had a strong connection with the Templars, right? I believe that they have planted some clues here.
Why should I believe a complete stranger who barges into my home?
Good point.
Just let me have a look around. If I find nothing,
You'll be spending the night at the police station. Very well. Please, sit down.
Yoo-hoo, she listens to me.
thank you.
So let's ask about the Templars.
I know your family is involved with the Templars, but I don't know how.
You should be asking how my family were involved, Senor Stobart. The Templars
Stobardo.
ceased to exist centuries ago. And as for the De Vasconcellos, the line dies with me.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Okay, whatever happened almost 700 years ago. So, if the Templars left any clues, they're going to be in stuff that dates back to the early 14th century.
Obviously.
So, what do you have around here that's early medieval?
Early medieval. Let me see.
The church, no?
Well, the house is relatively modern, a scant 3 centuries old. Or, of course, the chess set.
That chess set is over 600 years old? It must be worth a fortune.
Indeed it is. Not that I would part with it, of course.
No, I wouldn't either. That's the sort of thing that gets handed down to your children. Sorry.
Its value is less than you might think. The set is not complete.
Ooh.
One of the pieces is a modern replacement. As to the original, it was lost a long time ago.
Nobody has any idea where it is?
No. The children had it when they were taken.
Children? What children?
All in good time, Senor Stobart.
Okay, let's ask about
May
the
I
chess.
examine the chess set?
Certainly. But do not move any of the pieces.
Okay, thanks. Close up, the modern piece stood out like a sore thumb. There was something else odd about the set. All of the original pieces had irregular bases.
My lady, I have to warn you, there's a... You! Why, I feed you to the dogs.
No.
Lopez, what have I told you about feeding intruders to the dogs?
But, my lady...
Never without my permission. Senor Stobart, if I find that you're wasting my time, you will be fed to the dogs. Now, I want to show you something interesting. Follow me.
Let's follow the old woman. I knew it.
Lopez, unlock the door, por favor. This is the only remaining structure on the estate contemporary with the Templars.
Nice. What is it, a summer house?
A mausoleum, Senor Stobart.
It's not a church.
Oh,
Come with me.
Makes sense.
Hey, senor.
yeah?
I do not know what you have told my lady to be shown these favors, but I do not trust you.
You've got nothing to worry about.
That's
Aren't
true,
you
I'm a
coming
nice
in?
guy.
No, the dead do not interest me. My garden is a living thing. I will be there.
Ooh.
Wow, this is old.
It was constructed in the 13th century as the final resting place for the De Vasconcellos Templars.
Huh?
It's well maintained.
These are my ancestors, and they deserve respect. I come here at least once a week to say a prayer for them.
Mind if I have a look around?
By all means.
Great, great.
The mausoleum contained 5 tombs for 5 of the Knights Templar, man-size in marble. I wasn't about to start heaving at sarcophagus lids with the Countess standing there.
Okay. So let's... Ooh, statue. A pole.
It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit.
Let's lit it.
A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. In front of the shrine was a lectern with a Bible on it.
Alright. So let's...
I couldn't reach up there. Now what? There was nothing to snuff. Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again. It was too delicate to move. On removing the Bible, I found a pattern on the lectern top. Hey! It's a checkerboard! Close up, I could see that the pattern was made up of glass squares over a checkerboard pattern. Some of the squares had little jagged holes in the middle.
Maybe you have to use a chessboard for that. That makes sense, somehow.
Close up, over a some of the squares,
Alright.
the lectern top had a pattern of glass squares.
Okay, let's talk to the old lady then.
May I ask you something?
You may ask.
Ooh. Alright. So first up we ask if she saw that guy.
Do you recognize this man?
No, I have never seen him before in my life. Who is he?
I've got a couple of names for him, but they're probably false. He's the killer.
No, his face is utterly unfamiliar.
Maybe she knows something about the game? No. Okay, so let's ask.
What's the story with the glass chessboard?
Glass chessboard. Oh, the pattern on the lectern, purely decorative, I'm sure.
There are pieces of glass missing from it.
Oh, it has been like that since I was a girl.
Okay, tell me more.
The gaps in the glass chessboard look awfully deliberate.
No, it is ridiculous. What possible significance can it have?
It's part of a chessboard, and the gaps are for...
Senor Stobart. You cannot mean...
This place was built for the Templars. Your chess set is as old as the Templars. It's kind of suggestive, isn't it?
That's right.
Is the Virgin Mary really the right person to be sharing a mausoleum with 5 knights?
You are showing your ignorance, Senor Stobart. The Templars were dedicated to the Virgin Mary.
You certainly know your history.
What's your opinion of the Templars, Senor Stobart?
The Templars? Well, they seem no worse than a lot of the knightly orders.
You are mistaken. Compared to the simpering politicians of the Hospitallers or the brutish Teutonics, the Knights Templar were the embodiment of chivalry. The filthy, money-grabbing French king and his pet pope did a great wrong. A bane settled upon my family at the whim of that self-seeking tyrant.
It was all a long time ago.
Some things don't die. Injustice is one of them.
Okay, so tell me more about the chessboard, old lady.
I think this must be it. This is what the manuscript is pointing to.
True?
This is extraordinary.
So I think we have to find the other
Am I
chess
to
pieces then.
understand that the Templars left a puzzle here? And in all of this time we failed to realize that there was a puzzle?
It was wonderful to watch the Countess change before my eyes.
Right. Well, no time for wallowing in self-pity, eh, Senor Stobart? This mystery has had a good long run, but it ends here and now.
Sir.
All those years of fatalism were falling away from her.
Where's she going? I have questions.
Lopez! Put that hoe down and listen! Go to the house and get my chess set. Yes, the old chess set! Oh, damn the game! Now, hurry!
Ooh, she's excited.
This is exciting, is it not?
Don't get too excited. This could be a blind alley.
Oh, I do not believe that for a moment.
It's good to see you happy.
Happy? You know, I think I am.
Ooh, okay.
While we're waiting, I'd really like to know what happened here. I mean, the curse and everything?
It all began at the time of the dissolution of the Templars. Don Carlos had already left their ranks to become a scholar.
Don Carlos, is he the guy who went missing?
Si, but he had reckoned without the local bishop. The bishop envied us our lands and determined to use the papal edict as an excuse to destroy us. Don Carlos was on one of his scholarly journeys when the Inquisition arrived. When Don Carlos returned, it was to find his loyal manservant slain and his children gone.
They took the kids? But why?
Oh, we will never know. The bishop denied all knowledge of the children's disappearance. But witnesses had seen his men kill the servant who had been charged to protect them.
What happened to Don Carlos?
He swore he'd find his children if he had to go to the edge of the world. He put on his armor and took up his sword and shield and rode out alone. He was never seen again.
Who they is?
Ah, Lopez, you have the pieces.
Si, my lady, as you asked.
Por favor, Senor Stobart, would you be so kind?
My lady.
Calm yourself, Lopez. I believe Senor Stobart's motives are pure.
Very well, my lady.
I already like the story. I like these kinds of
My
things,
lady
right?
seems to trust you.
But you don't.
No, senor.
It
Pop it.
fits, Senor Stobart. It fits.
Working quickly, I found which pieces went into which holes.
Because I think the safest place for the king is this slot, right? That's a pawn, probably. The...
Senor Stobart, look!
Stobardo.
What is that?
The
It's not-
Grail.
It's not the Holy Grail, is it?
No, Senor Stobart. It is the communion chalice of the De Vasconcellos, missing for almost 700 years.
Wow! Well, go on.
I cannot. I can hardly believe it is real.
Go ahead. Live a little.
I'm sure. This is your moment of triumph, Senor Stobart.
Sure, I'm sure. The possibility of death traps only occurred to me a few days later.
Like Zelda. Ooh, we did it.
So the curse of the De Vasconcellos is lifted?
Oh no, the Countess was thrilled to find the lost chalice, but there's still the riddle of the missing knight.
Well, you can forget about that now and get back to finding the Templar's secret.
Actually, I promised the Countess I'd find Don Carlos.
You what?
I can explain everything.
You have got the odds for a withered old Spanish aristocrat?
The Countess entrusted me with the chalice and the quest for her ancestor's tomb.
You're as crazy as she is. Haven't you got enough problems? Khan and the Templars?
It's all part of the same thing. The chalice is important, I'm sure. The manuscript pointed us to the knight, and I have to find him.
What then?
I don't know. But when the knight and the chalice are reunited, maybe I will.
Great. Show her.
This is the chalice I discovered in Spain.
I still can't figure out why the Countess gave it to you. After losing it for all those years, she simply gave it away to a total stranger? She's one prawn short of a paella.
The Countess is a fine lady. You shouldn't compare her with seafood.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's something going on between you and that Countess.
Are you serious? She's old enough to be my grandmother.
All right.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
So what now? Great. Montfauçon. Wasn't that on the... in Lochmar? When we climbed down there in the castle? Wasn't that... you know, on the wall? Right? Ooh, that's new. The drunken policeman.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Oh.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Over there. Ooh, let's talk to the people.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Alright. The juggler.
Hey, you with the balls. How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
Oh, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contra-gravitic aerobatic mysteries. In centuries past, the courts of the crowned heads of Europe had the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing.
That
But
was
this guy
stupid,
was
George.
obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Wow.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
The animations are so good.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not.
Maybe he knows something about the Templars.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that boat
Like the
over there.
policeman. Maybe the clown?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Maybe show him the red nose.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point. So you're saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you had it.
Alright, so then let's juggle with the nose on. Is that possible?
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
Look, a red nose.
Oh, you say, and whoop-de-doo.
So maybe let me
Hi again.
maybe I can talk to him again
What is it this
and
time?
ask if I can juggle with the red nose on.
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps.
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
Pop the red nose on.
Okay, now for my secret weapon.
Secret weapon. Boop.
The juggler
Wow.
was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear.
Oh.
Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change. I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Ooh, maybe we can go down here now. Oops. Okay, into the sewers then. Again. Feels like Indiana Jones. Ah, Venezia. Ooh.
The recent showers had made the levels rise a little, but at least the place didn't smell so much. What's a guy supposed to do with a sewer? Don't answer that.
Ooh, stone panel.
There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. The inscription was hard to read, but I made out Templar and something about innocence.
Ooh, there's a hook.
A hook dangled from the end of a heavy-duty chain. There were 3 arches, each with an inscription. There was a handle in the boat that fed out chain with a hook on the end. A weird little boat lay tied up. I guess they used it to get maintenance crews around. Either that or the Phantom of the Opera was somewhere near.
Ooh. Okay, let's use the handle then. So maybe... Ah, that was the hook, right? Can I pick that up? Okay, maybe we can... No. Okay. Take the hook. Oh, okay. Ooh.
Hey, that's hollow! It was time for some brutal destruction.
Ooh. Awesome. What is it? A mechanism.
Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. Here goes.
Boop.
Hey, cool! Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
So maybe... Ah, and then we use the mechanism, huh? Vandalism, yoo-hoo! Okay, let's go inside. Sit! Ooh, that's from the main screen, huh? Or from the title screen.
It would take a blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that. There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer of natural light.
In the beginning was the end.
Ooh, that's the guy from the
End wrought by our enemies began our darkness.
In the end will be a beginning.
An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts. We have successfully promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now. Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing. The corporations are becoming too large and complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order.
Is it not the concierge?
Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors, hold on, these are the Templars, must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the Site De Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pilgrim.
Pilgrim was loyal. He tried to protect the
Pilgrim was
Lokman gem when the Hashashin came here.
archaeologist.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course. My apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor? We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished. Where was he? Syria. We know that he arrived,
Syria?
but after that, nothing.
I got
The
that.
assassin. I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
Okay, that was the
This
concierge.
will be our last meeting in person until we locate the Site De Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princess of this world.
There was a crack in the wall. Through it, I could see a glimmer.
Alright, then let's go down there, huh? Wow. Doop, 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 doop. Dangerous.
On the circle's circumference were the Templar seal and 2 Latin phrases. Non omnis moriar, and clarior e tenebris. I shall not die completely, the brighter from the darkness. In the middle of the circle was a stump of stone, a shaft of daylight from the world above lancing down to touch it. The water seemed to belong to an underground river or something. It was way too deep to belong to the catacombs.
Yeah, the catacombs under Paris, right? Really creepy. With millions of skeletons.
I noticed 3 small notches around the edge of the stump's top.
Maybe it's a tripod? Ooh. And then we popped the gemstone. Pop.
The light, falling from above, struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B. Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
Back at Nico's apartment.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars. They're after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them.
Right, it wasn't
These
the concierge.
Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how does he hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria, but they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay, what about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
Right, he doesn't know, right, that we stole it. But we teamed up a little bit. Alright.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
Well, we have to. Well, so let's go to the airport, eh? Can we? Ooh, we completed that. That is. Ooh, new location. Huh? Ooh, a rifle? Ooh, a rifle. So let's talk to the people, right? Ooh, a bell?
Ooh. Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui. And rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nicho. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
Ooh.
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Huh? Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program, featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow, and a stick man with a halo. Bing.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing. He was better animated.
Alright.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a pewter is. Go on. I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Have you any Syrian pounds?
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive for you, sir.
Okay.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Kasi think noto. Und egoto. What ho?
So maybe he's Sokan?
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir. I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir. What a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Wow,
Are
what
you
a dream.
serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hoards of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Ah, the matchbook.
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
Ooh, maybe he shakes my hand.
Shake hands, Nijo.
I'd rather not, sir.
Aw.
At least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed in your palm.
Damn it.
Oh, you noticed.
Outlawed in 3 separate arms limitation conventions, those are.
What do you think of this?
Excellent workmanship. 12th or 13th century.
Damn, this
I wish
kid.
I had things like that for sale.
All right.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
Toodle peep.
I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios. I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
But the rifle, dude.
I didn't really want to lug the rifle around with me.
The cat. Alright, so let's look around. Okay, I can go there. Let's talk to everybody here.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab.
Kebab. Maybe he knows something.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab. Come to the...
Does this mean anything to you?
No, you buy kebab.
He really wants to sell his kebab.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Dwayne.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne. My name's George Stobart. Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them door stands.
Maybe
Do you
you know
mind
something?
if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are two different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please. I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens.
Ooh.
Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why?
Uh-oh.
Ow! You could have warned me.
You don't mind, do you, George? The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio. Pearl writes the poems for her. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Wow. Let's
Does
ask
this
about.
matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing.
All right.
Nothing at all.
Maybe it's Okan?
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
Maybe?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Well, you did somehow.
Ow! Damn it!
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
All right.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Count on it. Oh, he's gone. Merchant goods.
The merchant was selling fruit. I decided I might have some later.
Okay, let's ask the
I
merchant.
wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation.
Oh, okay. So there's his wife?
He didn't have anything that I needed. Hello. I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl.
Pearl?
I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Okay, let's ask around. Ask
Do
questions.
you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nejo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
So I'll ask about the Templars, huh?
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
I've been talking to your husband, Dwayne.
Oh,
Yeah, he tells me that he runs a greeting card company and you write the poems that go in them.
oh yes indeed. I consider myself the artiste of the family.
Ooh.
Tell me, George, would you like to hear one of my poems?
But why not?
Yes, go on then.
Okay then, darling, here we go. Our sympathy upon this time, when your heart doth break.
I like the dot.
Classy, isn't it? We know the grief that must entail when your schnauzer gets bitten by a snake. Ah, it still touches me. What do you think, George?
It's very specific, isn't it?
You think so? We sell a lot of those, dear.
I don't know, Schnauzer. That sounds like German, like a beard, right?
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greeting card company in a cute little place called Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Hold on. Didn't Dwayne say they were from Cleveland?
What was that, sweetness?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Suspicious.
I met your husband earlier. He's an interesting man.
That's why I married him.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines and Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Maybe she's so calm.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really.
Maybe the matchbook?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
You're a phenomenon?
Don't they have secret handshakes?
Oh, George. Now you're teasing.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
What's here? Okay.
Marib looked pretty defendable with a high wall all around it.
Can I go through the door?
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
Alright, so let's check this area out. Ooh. Aladdin.
Unfortunately, I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything. It was the pattern. I'd seen that pattern somewhere recently.
Really?
I had nothing to buy a carpet with, and didn't want to lug one around anyway.
Alright.
The carpet seller looked craftier than the offspring of a fox and an insurance agent.
Hi. Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
Ooh, maybe you saw him?
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, carpets, yes?
Oh shit.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Ah, give to me,
Alamut. Ah.
Alamut.
It. Ooh. A secret club. Ah.
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No. And again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No. I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellent. Yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around,
Alright,
Ultar.
good to know.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
I had neither the time nor the money to buy anything.
A spittoon.
I hadn't felt the need to spit since I was 12.
The BAM. Tell us these kids today.
Even if I'd wanted to spit, my mouth was too dry.
Oh, a door?
Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
My Arabic, Russian, and Japanese have a lot in common. I can't read a word of any of them. The notice didn't mean anything to me.
Alright, so ask these guys.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
It's most agreeable. This is how Ultar learns such splendid English, yes? Yes.
Okay.
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. Ha 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 ha. But they gone.
Alright.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheer up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon. Whatever that is.
Okay, let's ask about the Templars.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions. What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy. He's too big for sandals. I speak splendid English and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ho. Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
So let's ask about Khan.
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him?
Oh, shit.
Killer knew my name. What else did he ask about?
He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Sure, that is what Ulfar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go where?
Bull's Head. Big hill, 10 miles out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
Shit, okay.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
It's most magnificent. Lovely views. Worth visiting, yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Sure, take us there.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head. 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy.
Shit.
Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's bucks or zip, or unfortunate American.
About Bull's Head.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well,
Yes, yes,
maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most
So I have to get money.
extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Okay, at least we know.
Have a look at this.
Shiny.
What do you think of this ball?
Is most splendid, mister.
Have you ever seen anything like this chalice?
No.
All right.
See you around,
So let's
Ultar.
ask the
Are
barman.
you most splendid, good sir?
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, all righty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
Oh,
No
shit.
tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
See one. You should see other chappy. Oh, yes.
Alright. So let's go back to the marketplace. Probably have to get some money.
It's me again.
Muruba. Hello there.
What do you think of this?
Lovely carpets.
Okay, guess he says only this. He wanna sell his carpets. Maybe we can ask the tourists if they lend us money?
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yeah.
Okay.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Ask the nice lady.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
Heavens, yeah. What a big man. Very muscular.
But you didn't go for a ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most... Oh, you mean a taxi ride? No, Dwayne wasn't interested, so it didn't happen.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Hi there,
Okay.
Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
I need money.
Have you met Ultar?
Almost luxurious air-conditioned taxi ride, mister.
Yes.
Yeah, the cabbie.
Tried to pull a bunco on us. Take us on a wild goose chase off into nowhere.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
Can't say as I have. Where's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Bull's Head, huh? You must remember that. Sounds scenic.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
So let's ask the kid.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Ooh, okay.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
I met an interesting guy earlier.
Cab
a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Ultar, a barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's
Barry?
not that bad.
You know how he speaks in Pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Okay.
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
Everyone
He doesn't seem very
hates him.
happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed. A roaring fellow. Ayuk's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
Ask about
That's
the
not a
cat.
very friendly cat you got there, Nijo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush.
What?
I may never have seen the inside of a toilet bowl, but it was still hardly appetizing.
What? You do? Really? Ah, yes, now where you mention it. So he is a toilet brush thief.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yeah?
Okay.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
So we got the information who the thief is, right?
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
Probably the
I
red
seem to
ball.
recall that you have something that might alleviate my boredom. A globe of delight, a Rubicon spheroid of heavenly pleasure.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherular form that barely spans my hand, yet promises hours of amusement.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Can I have the ball back, mister?
Well, take it then.
All right, here you go.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il ach il kalb.
Il akal kalb.
Close
The
enough.
alcohol bob.
Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
What exactly does il akal kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
See you around, Nijo.
That's
Ta-ta
probably
for
bad,
now,
right?
sir.
Alright.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yeah?
Il akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad. I'll kill you.
Oh, shit.
Whoa! Calm down! Feet, do your thing.
Oh, shit. What? Damn. Okay, maybe we tell the guy that he has a brush. No, I wonder what it really meant.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
Oh,
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Ooh. Oh. Ew. See you around, Ultar.
Fare you most splendid.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much when I couldn't speak Arabic. Well, I did know a few words of Arabic, but doubted the wisdom of using them.
Well, what now?
I knew the door was locked. I knew the door was locked. Hello again, Ultar.
Ready?
Nothing.
Alright, then talk with Nejo, right? It was bad. Really bad. Let's question this guy, maybe.
It's me again.
Ma'asala.
Nejo, what are you doing?
Hi, Nejo. What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
I can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justify the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me. Thanks for getting the brush and risking my life to do it.
Anytime. Glad to be of service.
Alright, so we got the
So long,
brush.
Nejo.
Toodle peep, sir.
To the peep indeed. Alright. Then let's go back, huh? Give the toilet brush that he's happy. I mean, I learned something again, really. Inspect the people too.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your
Look, I've got the toilet brush back.
You man of action, alrighty. Don't just wave at me. Give to manager.
Alright.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point when I couldn't speak Arabic, and he couldn't speak. Period. Well, I did know a few, but doubted the wisdom of using them. Here's your brush, sir. It wasn't easy getting it back.
He's happy now.
The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off.
Great.
What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my you-bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
Alright, use it then. So what can we find in the
I knew the
toilet?
door was locked.
Cool.
It was a roller towel dispenser.
Okay, great.
The mirror was as clean as anything else in there. The sink was clean, but there didn't seem to be a plug.
Silent Hill.
Oops.
A chain.
It was the short length of chain I'd taken from the toilet at the Club Alamat.
So let's try this out, right? No, don't close it. Ah, I saw the lock.
The dispenser had opened easily enough.
Yeah, now when I saw the lock, the key, right? So is that it? Is there more? Maybe I have to make it red? Or maybe that's enough to repair it. Yes, he... Oh no, he left them. It's gone. So maybe Utar is happy now.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
Right? So thoughtful.
Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing. Yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in two lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes.
Ooh, new adventures. Cutscene. Intelligence +1. Thank you for your hints. I love that. Ooh. Okay, right. You never know, right? You never know.
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop.
Ooh. A weapon, a stick.
The stick I'd broken off was surprisingly hard and inflexible. I'd damaged that tree enough for one day.
I love that. I mean, you can question this but, at any game, right? There's a crack. Maybe with the chain. And the... Oops. Nope.
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
So maybe... Nope. So maybe we can put the chain into the crack? Nope. Okay, maybe the sewer key, right? To climb stuff? No? Oh, okay, you can... Okay, yes. No?
Centuries of hot days and cold nights had opened a crack in the cliff edge, deep into the living rock.
Dude, there's a crack. Nope. Aha!
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot.
Monkey Island, yes. You should play Zack McCracken as well. That's really tough as well. Or Maniac Mansions. But it was really back in the day. I played these games with my brother on the old Amiga 500. You know, with floppy disks, right? Monkey Island had 12. Yes. That's what I mean. Day of the Tentacle, it's like, what is it? Maniac Mansions? It was the name or something. The Day of the Tentacle, right? Where you were in that house, right? And the people could be killed and aliens and all that kind of stuff. But it was a long time ago. Oops.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Bam! To be fair, I watched some pictures or screenshots from the broken sword. I don't know which one, but they started to use 3D. And I don't like that. Well, I think, I don't know if I like the game, but I like the art style from 1 and 2 much more than the 3D graphics. I love this. This is so great.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
All right, let's go, George. Ooh. Ooh, what is that? A hole.
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there.
Oh, come on.
But there was something in there. A metal ring.
Ooh.
As wide as my hand.
Did I get it? Yeah, it looks a bit different, but it's still the same kind of playstyle puzzles. That's right. I don't want to say it's bad, but just want to say the art style. I love this cartoonish art style a lot. It has a lot of charm. And I think even that aged better than the 3D graphics. But it's just my opinion. You know, it's 2D graphics. They're timeless. Right? I mean, even this kind of game you can play in 20 years, right? Still. And still looks cool. I mean, that obviously looks even better. Alright. The metal ring.
So, there was a metal ring in the niche. It seemed like another calling card from the Templars.
Maybe use a chain? Nope. Ooh, sewer key? Nope.
I took a firm hold of the ring and pulled.
Oh,
Whoa
okay.
there!
Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. I mean, George did a lot of questionable things. I would chicken out too.
Around
Cool.
the corner, I found the corpse.
Oh shit.
Oh my God. Klausner? Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again.
Ooh. Run back.
Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
Yeah, he got trapped. Oh shit. So let's inspect it.
I couldn't help but notice faint, bloody finger marks on the rock,
Ooh.
as if somebody had tried to claw their way out. I examined the door carefully, high and low. I looked for levers and rings to pull, panels and buttons to push like in the movies, and found nothing.
No, but we figure it out. Oh, there's a Templar statue. That's a Templar statue with the 3 faces? Is that it? Like on the
A
parchment?
stone head bearing 3 bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. Sure was an ugly one, though.
I love the descriptions. They make a great atmosphere and make you feel like you are there. Even the PS1 version graphics. True. I mean, I have no problem with that. That's so good. I love pixelish graphics. But this is even better, right? But it's nice to see what they changed, right? And they're really faithful, right? To the original. I mean, it's the same company, right? Revolution. But looks so good.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Okay, let's look at the dead body.
Without getting too close, I couldn't see any marks of violence, apart from his fingertips being scraped raw, and that seemed self-inflicted. Klausner had been pretty smart to get this far, but he was still dead.
Yeah, it's a nice update. I don't know which I prefer. I have so much nostalgia. That's right. I mean, nostalgia is a biatch, right? But for me personally, I like both, right? But I prefer this, right? If I have the choice, right? And this guy looks a little bit like Indiana Jones, with the head and the whip. Some reference, I think.
Okay. All right.
And the leather jacket.
Hey. What's this? I'd found some kind of lens. A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball.
Ooh.
It was the lens that I'd found on Klausner's body.
Wonderful. So what's here?
I couldn't take the inscription with me, and I didn't have a notebook or a camera to record it. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it.
Go, George. You can do it.
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay. That would have to do. The mount's opening. It must be Ultar. My God. If he comes in, we'll both be trapped.
Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are!
Run, George! Dun, 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 dun.
You!
Oh, shit!
Hello, Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places.
It's Khan!
Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart.
Mr. Stobardo! Yeah.
Now then, where shall we start?
Oh,
How
shit.
about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
But he's dead. So what is it? Lie and tell the truth, probably, huh? Well, he's dead, I think.
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about? Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
I mean, he got the lens, right? I mean, if I lie, I mean, he could easily check me, right? And then just shoot me. So I think he has a gun. He's probably a smart guy. Telling the truth is probably the better option, huh?
Yeah, he was carrying some sort of lens. I've got it with me.
Give it to me.
I don't think so.
Don't be a fool, Mr. Stobart.
If I give it to you, what's to stop you killing me?
What is to stop me killing you anyway?
You might hit the lens.
Not if I shoot you in the head.
When I fall, the lens might get broken.
Yes.
Aha!
You plead convincingly, Mr. Stobart. Perhaps
Totally.
you will live to see another day. Perhaps. Was there anything else?
I mean, there was a description, right?
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
What did it say?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Hey.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize. I cannot risk you inadvertently helping my enemies.
So what are you gonna do?
I regret that we must end this here and now.
What exactly do you mean?
I am a professional. You will feel no pain.
Oh, man. You're gonna kill me?
Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
I die like a man.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? It was a long way down. Below, I could
have
see
an
Ultar's
idea.
truck.
F him. Boom. Take the gun. No. No, shit. Okay, don't play the hero, I guess. Bam! Okay, jump, right? Wow! Sit! What a giga chat!
Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, Josh.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
I wouldn't have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously.
So let's look at the parchment, huh?
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
So we got this, right? This one is complete, more or less. And this is with the 3 faces, right? So we got the lens, I think. Or is it that? That's a lens, that's a lens.
That's the face of the statue I saw at the bull's head. That's the face. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
This one, right? And this is the
That's
Bull
the clue
Mountain,
that led me to
probably.
the bull's head in
Yep,
Syria.
yep.
That's the clue that led me to Spain.
We did that. We did Spain, huh?
The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. And that's not a crystal ball. It's the lens I found in Marib. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
So now what? Let's talk to the evil priest, the battle priest.
Excuse me, Father.
Ooh. Yes?
Pardon? Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
Ooh, maybe he knows something.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place if that is your interest.
Ooh.
Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of memo, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
Tell me about yourself.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
Ooh.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
I tried it on
Just
everyone. Let's see if he shakes hand.
I thought about using the shake and shock on him, but I couldn't do that to a priest.
Oh, come on.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
Ooh.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that.
Maybe we show him the lens. Right? Or maybe we ask him about this guy.
Have you seen this man before?
No, I have never seen.
Alright.
Have you ever seen anything like this lens?
No, never. The glass seems subtly colored in some way.
Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
The chalice?
What do you make of this chalice?
Oh, he shows him.
It certainly looks very old.
About as old as this church, I think.
There seems to be an engraving on it.
Yeah? What does it say?
I do not know, it is very tarnished. With your permission, I could try polishing it. I promise I will be very careful.
Ooh, can we trust him? Probably, right?
That'd be very good of you.
This shouldn't take very long. Feel free to look around.
Clap him. Priest clapping.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, he does it here. Alright, great.
A priest stood by the pews, energetically polishing something.
Where you... Alright.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Ooh. I mean, I checked that last time. These are old
huge
graves.
arched window.
Maybe the lens, if you pop it here, maybe that works? No? So maybe... Is he done?
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Alright, let's look around.
I didn't have time to sit around.
Oh, come on.
A row of old pews, beautifully carved and glowing with polish. I thought of all the people who must have sat here over the decades. All those Parisian derrieres, firm buttocks of the young ladies, the flabby flesh of the old men. That wasn't a pleasing image, so I went back to the young ladies.
True. Good choice. What?
The priest was...
Alright. Maybe if you check out the tombs.
waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
I want to ask something, but I don't know if it's a spoiler. I don't remember the order of things. Sure, ask. It's alright. You know, I never played the game, so it's never a spoiler, you know. If you don't see it yourself.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
Oh, okay.
Biblical references engraved into the tomb edge to guide his way to the next world. I guess. Just think, there's a dead guy under there.
So why is it been maybe, you know, the lens with the window light? No.
I was surprised Philip Lebel had left this place alone. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work.
True.
I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
He's an older man, right?
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Okay. Older man? Did you polish?
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the church.
Oh, there's another window? Why are...
In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain.
I was in Spain, Syria, Ireland. That's it. And I'm still in Paris. But I completed them, I think. They are grayed out. Ireland, Spain, and Syria. Yep. I did that first. And then I came back to Paris. And then I did Spain. Then I got back to Paris. No, I did Spain. Then I came back to Paris. And then I did the underground thing with the Templars, right? So I think I finished a little bit more of Paris. I got to the sewers. Yeah, I got the tripod. You know, where Nico disguised herself as Catwoman and clapped Guido and Flap. But I did, yeah. No, I did that. Because I got to Paris right here at the church, then I got it down into the sewer, and then I found this cutscene with these Templar people, and then I popped the tripod, and then I got the clue that I had to go to Syria.
The priest was
So maybe he needs a little bit more time, huh, to polish that thing. Ooh. That was a graphic glitch, huh? That's a graphic glitch. Look at here. Ah, alright. Alright. Let's check it out.
The priest was still busy with the chalice, so I decided to have another look around the
Or maybe we go back to Nico's apartment?
Carrying all that armor around must have been... A stone knight lay at the end of a row of 4.
I mean, I just checked it out. Maybe we observed these things.
A stone knight lay in full stone armor. A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll. An enormous window. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors.
Ah, look, the scroll. I never saw it. I didn't saw that.
Per disciplinum meum lux videbis.
A bit of a stained glass window. Wow! Hoping for a big insight while squinting through a hunk of statuary had been pretty optimistic, I guess.
Maybe use the lens and can see something through it? Sit.
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove.
Hey!
Well, not really.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake. And a date.
A date?
Let me see. MCCCXIV. That's 1314.
So... you don't want the lens back?
A Knight Templar.
Ah, look, it's shiny. He's done polishing.
Hello again, Father. Hey, thanks.
Well done, good job.
It is my pleasure, monsieur.
What was the writing on the chalice?
It was not writing, my mistake. It was a coat of arms. The remarkable thing is that it seems very familiar.
Yeah?
Oui, I think I have seen it on that wall tomb in the far corner. That winged horse is quite distinctive.
Okay.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
Ooh.
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted.
What?
Many times, people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Bum bum bum.
Boy, what a shine you got on this!
Merci. It is all in the wrist action.
He's an
you
experienced
later.
polisher.
Au revoir, monsieur.
True. So what now?
The Templars were demonstrating a pretty good grasp of physics. If the dissolution hadn't happened, we'd have had cold fusion power last century.
So now we have the polished cup. Nope. Nope. Ooh, is the stuff
Well, I could have just taken the end off the staff, but I wanted to be sure what I'd be getting out of vandalizing a church, other than deported. On the end of the staff was some kind of disc with a cross on it. Around the base of the disc was a hairline crack.
He said the image was similar to the grave in the corner. This one?
I wondered if this guy had died. Carrying all that armor around must have been...
Let's check it out.
Now that my attention had been drawn to it, there was no mistake. There was no name on it, but the coat of arms was undeniably the Pegasus of the De Vasconcellos family. I'd found the last resting place of Don Carlos. My eye was drawn to the biblical references carved into the edge of the tomb.
Hey, maybe these biblical references mean something. Psalms 32:7, John 4:11, Corinthians 1:4-5, and just one more, Psalms 22:21.
I may not be perfect, but I've got a memory like a steel trap. The chalice had led me to these inscriptions, but it looked like a happy coincidence to me. After all, the De Vasconcellos arms were already on the manuscript. Note, I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Okay, Psalms, Corinthians 1:4-5, and
The chalice had led me to these I was still convinced that the chalice had some significance all of its own.
Oh, I can't remember that. Oh, maybe this tomb too?
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day.
Okay, maybe the priest knows something.
Hello again, Father.
Howdy.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Andrew? Good idea.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Let's ask Andrew. Andre, not Andrew. But it's Andrew as well, right? Andrew, Andre. He's still drinking. Oh, it's always a new one. An alcoholic.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Georgie? Ooh.
What do you make of this cup, Andre? It's a 14th century communion vessel. Spanish, probably. You sure know your onions. While I was in Syria, I discovered a strange pagan statue. It was like a head with 3 bearded faces. Horrible.
That sounds as if it could be Baphomet, the idol described by the Templars.
The poor Knights of Christ had an idol that looked like that?
Allegedly. The description of the idol came from the evidence extracted by the Inquisition. Mind you, not one statue or idol was ever found on Templar property. Until now, that is. Just last month, a statue of Baphomet was unearthed right here in Paris.
Where?
At the Institut Hermetique de Naval. The statue is beneath the foundations. It was discovered by some workmen while renovating the building.
Tell me more.
Can you tell me any more about the statue of Baphomet?
It's a fearful image, even now. A bearded head. The base of the statue is carved with Templar symbols. One of the workmen noticed a curious stain at the base. He claimed it looked like blood.
Blood?
That's right.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Let's ask
Pardon
the
me.
guard.
Oui, monsieur? Oh, it's you. Well, what do you want now? You're not going to try to hide in that closet again, are you?
No. Alright.
Forget it.
So can we go somewhere else now? Site De Baphomet. Site De Baphomet. Site. Let's go. Ooh. Huh? Ooh, it seems you don't like him. Painter.
Excuse me, could you help me? What is it? I've got a few questions.
Does he really know something about the Templars?
What does the
Thank
word
you.
Templar suggest to you? Templar? Nothing. Nothing.
I knew it. It's just a painter. Tell me about yourself.
You're doing a fine job. Merci. I have my professional pride. I don't think I've ever seen a Gauloise smoke so stylishly. It's a natural talent. I'm being sarcastic. I'm being indifferent. You're very good at that as well. Merci. Vive l'indifférence.
Merci.
So, what are you doing here? I am having my break. Yeah, I mean when you finish your break. When I finish my break? An interesting concept, monsieur. You'll probably need to think about it. I could have another cigarette while I consider. Perhaps tomorrow too?
Okay, let me put things differently. What were you hired to do here?
I was hired to keep the archaeological dig in the basement of this building clear of debris, and to touch up damage to the door frames with my little
Damage.
butt of paint. It's a very responsible job. Unfortunately, I'm not a very responsible person.
Ah, the digging site.
So what do you know about the excavation?
I know they won't let me in to do my job. I would complain to my union, but
You couldn't be bothered to join.
right. Tell you what, though. I'm surprised at the sort of people interested in this excavation.
Tell me more.
What's unusual about the visitors to the excavation?
None of them look like archaeologists to me.
Do you know what an archaeologist looks like?
Three-piece suits, crocodile-eyed attaché cases, Rolex oyster.
But no archaeologist dresses like that.
Quite right, monsieur, quite right.
So, who are they?
Who cares as long as they pay me?
Maybe you saw this guy.
Have you seen this man before?
Yes, he asked me a
Ooh.
lot of questions, just like you.
Oh shit.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
Yes, it's a communion chalice. I know, you know, I used to be an altar boy.
You?
Yes, me. What's so funny about that?
Nothing. Has a guy calling himself Merlin been nosing around?
Was he wearing a t-shirt with "My name is Merlin" on it?
I doubt it.
Then how the hell am I supposed to know his name just by looking at him? Huh?
I have a red nose.
Imagine.
Shake my hand.
I was pretty sure the shaken shock had shot its bolt in Syria.
Oh.
I've got a sewer key.
I used to work in the sewer.
Oh? What happened?
I had a cigarette break in a pocket of methane.
Oh shit.
A manhole cover landed on the other side of the Seine and I was sacked.
Responsible guy, huh?
Be
So
seeing
let's
you.
look around,
What
huh?
did you?
The painter had a pot of gunmetal gray primer hanging from the barrier.
Hey, monsieur! Get away from my paint pot!
Okay.
I should think so. Meddling with a man's paint pot. What?
Meddling. Ooh, a dumpster.
There was a dumpster full of debris. From the excavation, I guessed.
Okay, let's check it out. Maybe we find something.
Hey, you! Get away from my dumpster.
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
The archway was topped by a fancy balustrade. Oh, darn. I'd left my grappling hook at home. No way could I get up there.
Ask Nico. She's Catwoman. So let's go inside, huh? Or in the cellar or whatever that is. If you can. Ooh, that's new, huh? Dumpster? Ah, no. It's just covered in red. Alright. Let's look around, huh? Get some information.
A dumpster with some debris in it. Yep, that was definitely debris. I couldn't see any use for a collection of dirt and half bricks. The doorway was full of assorted old tea chests, cardboard boxes, and so on, all empty and all uninteresting. The doorway led to an old utility closet that had lost its door. There was nothing interesting in there.
Ooh, a thermostat.
I couldn't imagine what I'd achieved by turning the dial.
Turn the
I
dial.
couldn't imagine.
Okay.
A thermostat was mounted over a radiator. The radiator was pumping out heat as the thermostat was cranked right over to full. No wonder it was warm in here, even with the door open to the chill of fall. There was a closed door with toilet scratched into the cheap veneer. There was a closed door with toilet scratched.
Okay, I can't.
That door's locked, monsieur.
Okay. I probably can.
didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Okay, let's talk to him, huh? Oh, no, wait. Observe.
A guard stood by a door I guessed led to the excavation. He looked pretty pompous. Well, not so much pretty, just pompous. Hi? Excuse me?
Oui.
Ooh, we can ask questions.
What do you know about the Knights Templar? There was a long pause, during which the guard said nothing. Then he said,
Suspicious.
Nothing at all?
Is this a test?
What, like a history pop test?
No, like a test.
Okay, yes, it's a test.
Then I know absolutely nothing about the Templars.
That's odd.
The guard was being amazingly evasive. It was going to take more than goodwill to get past him. Trying to get into a locked washroom. I had the strongest feeling of déjà vu. I'd like to use the washroom, but the door's locked.
Oh, that's no problem. You can have the key.
Thanks. It sure is hot in here.
I have to have the door open to allow the workmen access, so why not? I turn the heat up.
You could wrap up warm.
I have my gloves if it gets cold, but why bother when it's warm anyway?
Tell me a bit about yourself,
what exactly are you doing here?
I'm guarding. You expect to find me shearing sheep?
Take it easy. I just didn't realize you were a guard. I'd like to know what you're guarding, please.
That's a secret.
Ooh.
It wouldn't happen to be an archaeological site, would it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
Then why ask?
I had a feeling this was no normal hole in the ground. Have you seen this man before?
Oh,
You have.
Ooh.
no.
He did. So I think maybe he knows something about that.
I thought better of showing him the chalice. He might be on the conspiracy's payroll, and I didn't want to risk it.
True.
You have...
A sudden urge to sing. Care to join me?
No singing in here.
Maybe show
Do you
that.
recognize this name?
No.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Then let's go to the toilet, huh? Why not? All right.
There was a ventilation grill up in the wall. I could have climbed onto the sink, prized the ventilator cover loose, wedged myself into the tiny hole, smashed the far cover out, and plunged headfirst into the next room. Or I could
True.
just go through the door like a sane person.
Oh, come on, George. Ooh, a bin?
I wasn't that interested in what might go into a restroom's garbage to investigate. A bin stood in the corner. It didn't look like it had been emptied for a while. I didn't need to get near to tell the toilet needed cleaning. Being in a charming comfort station like this made me think fondly of the toilet in Syria. That place was kept in pretty good order. At least, it had been until I vandalized it. Still, it was all for a good cause.
I love the dialogue. He's a good guy.
The thing felt really hot. Big demands seemed to be being made on it. There was a big old boiler used for heating the building.
He paints such a good picture of everything. That's right. It's really good.
Capacious as my pockets were, I didn't figure I could cram a shovel in them.
What? Oh, come on, George.
The shovel used to feed the furnace was stuck into the pile of coal.
Ooh, a hand dryer.
A hand dryer was mounted on the wall. If the club Alamut had used one of these instead of a roller towel, I'd probably still be stuck in Marib.
Can I use it?
I didn't want to use that unless I really had to. A filthy wash basin hung on the wall.
Ooh, I can take the soap with me.
The taps were rusty. Oh boy! The cold taps washer looked to have failed. It was just dribbling down the sink.
That's right. Well, he didn't want to take the shovel. Ah.
I made an impression of the big key in the cake of soap. I carefully sprinkled the plaster into the soap mold I'd made of the key.
And then use water, probably, huh?
The cold...
Oops. Ooh. Oh.
Well, it had taken a while, but I had made myself a completely unconvincing plaster key. Way too fragile to use in a lock. I'd have to substitute it for the real one. Trouble was, it looked like plaster and not metal. Then again, that plaster statue in Syria hadn't looked like stone until I'd been a bit artful with it. Maybe I could improve the key as well.
Or maybe use it with the coal. So what could I do? Being artful. No. The painter dude, probably.
Killer!
Hi, Nico, it's me. I'm at the excavation site.
Goodbye, George.
No, wait a minute. I need your help.
What kind of help? I told you I'm busy.
This will only take a few minutes, I promise.
Sit.
Okay, what do you want me to do?
I want you to keep somebody on the phone for a while.
Who?
A painter. I need to get at his pot.
Oh, okay.
Stay on the line. I'll go and get him.
Bam. Okay, give him back the key, right?
Hi again. What is... Here's the key. Merci, monsieur. Talk to you later. Au revoir, monsieur.
With the power of woman distraction.
Hi, it's me again.
What now?
You've got a phone call.
For me? Are you certain?
It's a woman.
She sounded hot.
What woman?
Bam!
She must be mistaken, monsieur.
Well, she asked for that hunk of a man with the nicotine fingers and his ass hanging out of his pants.
Certainly sounds like me. Stand back. It wouldn't do to keep the lady from her unk.
Rank. Bam! Intelligence +1. Boop.
Well, monsieur, what a strange woman. She was all over me, and then suddenly, nothing but abuse.
Really?
What? Abuse? Ah, well, I had a cigarette to finish. And monsieur, if she calls again, I am not available.
All right. Sit.
Hi again.
What is...
I need to use the,
Again?
Already? I have this problem. Hey, smart.
Okay, okay.
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So now we got the key. Maybe you have to go inside first. Yeah, but he doesn't want to give the fake key that I can keep the real keys. That's what I thought.
Hi again.
What is it?
Hey, smart.
So I have to make this as well? Ah, wait a second.
I figured this was better done out of the guard's sight.
Right. Makes sense.
Quickly and without fuss, I swapped the fake key for the real thing.
Take it.
What is it?
I held my breath and hoped that he wouldn't notice the substitution. Here's the keys. Thanks.
Merci, monsieur.
So what now? Now I got the key? And now I have to probably distract the guard, right?
I turned the heating off.
I accidentally did something?
I didn't think that the guard would just let me waltz past. Besides, I had a hunch that door was locked.
Ah, but I still have to distract him that I can go through the door, right?
Hi again.
What is it?
Talk to you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Maybe Nico helps me again?
Hi, Nico. It's me again.
I'd guessed. What do you want this time?
What did you say to the painter?
I shan't repeat it, Josh.
Look, I need to get the guard out of the way. Could you call back and ask him to get the painter again?
Okay, I'll call back soon.
Nico is sick of us. Good thing she's thinks we are cute, right? She's sassy.
This looked like a good place to watch things develop.
Hey, you! It's the fun! Yeah? Who is it? How should I know? What am I, your social secretary? It's not a chick, is it? Yes, it's a woman. Are you going to answer it? Does she have a warm, sensual voice like molten chocolate? Yes, she has a really sexy voice. Now get a move on. I'm not talking to her. I can see that. You're wasting time talking to me. No, you don't understand. I refuse to talk to her. You refuse? You refuse? I'm wasting valuable time. But don't make me laugh. Your time valuable? You just stand around all day. I have a highly responsible job. Ha, don't! Me, you elephantine oaf? My job is important. Impossible. They would have hired somebody competent in that case. Meaning what? Instead of which they hired a dismal rent-a-cop like you. All epaulettes and no brains. Why, you...
This looked set to carry on for some time. It was too good an opportunity to miss.
Beam! Go, George! Yoo-hoo! Pop it. We are the three-faced thing, right? Ooh, look at the skeleton. The head. Cool. Okay, let's look around.
I couldn't see anything useful to do with the planks. Some planks used to make the catwalk were leaning against the wall.
Okay, let's go down there, huh? We're in. Yeah.
Close up, the pattern didn't make any sort of sense. It fanned out around an axis point, a kind of focus to one side. There was no doubt about it. It was the same sort of idol I'd seen in Syria, a vomit. The Templars had certainly been through here.
Bones.
No, thanks. I think I'm carrying enough junk.
Really?
Oh, great. More dead people. Although the gendarmes weren't likely to pull in any suspects unless they had a time machine. This guy must have been here for centuries.
So maybe pops a chalice or something?
And there it was, decoded by the curves of the chalice. The image of a church. I found out what the chalice was for.
You've solved the puzzle?
Yeah, there was a distorted picture at the Baphomet site. When I viewed it in the polished surface of the chalice, it changed.
What did it show?
A picture of a church with a square tower.
So it's probably back to the church, right?
I guess I'd better return the chalice to the Countess.
Hurry back, George.
Oh, we have to go back to Spain? All right. But then give her the thing back, right? He's a rich man.
I'd been planning to return the chalice anyway, but I hadn't expected the trail to bring me here. The Villa De Vasconcellos was as picturesque as ever. The weather was still clear, and Lopez was still watering the damn lawn. I was beginning to suspect that he was surgically attached to that hose.
Yep. But still looks cool.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks. Is the Countess in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you an apology.
No, you don't.
I was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life. It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Great. Let's see how happy she is now. So can I go there now?
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
Ooh, damn. George. He steals everything. We got a mirror. Ooh. Well, at least we got a new item, huh? We probably need that for later. Could we have it now?
Senor Stobart.
Stobardo.
Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
It's priest polished.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft claw.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealths away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
To be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Okay.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
So I think we have to go.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcellos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Ooh. She comes with me?
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
You obtained, old woman. Ooh, I can now look around the room.
Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
I mean...
Beside the fire was a stack of logs for fuel. The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold. It was way too warm to light the fire. There was a boar's head over the fire. It didn't look very happy. Must be hard to look happy when you're wearing a chimney breast. Now what the hell was I going to do with a hog's head?
Come on, you have so much stuff, George.
An old grandfather clock stood against the wall. I doubted the Templars had hidden anything in there. There was a bookcase, bureau kind of affair. I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote. It was a large window with shutters. From the window, I could see some sort of balcony. It didn't look like it was used too often.
So am I done here now? Ooh, there's a Templars thing.
Military
right?
hardware, medieval style.
No?
I came here to solve a mystery, not go jousting. Hello again.
Please, be my guest.
Does this mean anything to you?
Nothing at all.
Ooh, she doesn't recognize her own mirror. Her own mirror.
I'll just have another look around.
Very
Okay, then
well.
we have to probably go to the mausoleum, right? Again. Maybe we can light the candle now. Let's see if he has something new to say, Lopez.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
What's the story behind the chalice vanishing?
When the Inquisition raided, in the absence of Don Carlos, it was believed that they had taken it. Naturally, they denied the charge, as they denied taking the children. And naturally, nobody believed them.
No.
But they were telling the truth. The chalice was hidden from them. You don't suppose they were telling the truth about the children as well, do you?
Madre de Dios! I had not thought of that. But then what happened to them?
I don't know. If the Inquisition didn't take them, then who did?
You must speak to my lady of these.
Count on it. So the Countess feels that the curse is lifted.
I would not put it so strongly. Your discovery of the chalice was proof that the Templars never abandoned the De Vasconcellos. It counts for a great deal with my lady.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Tobar.
Well, let's check the mausoleum out first. Ooh, George, welcome back. Stobardo. Yep, I told you, Craigie. The real Stobardo. Ooh, he picked up the Bible.
It was the Spanish Bible I borrowed from the mausoleum.
Borrowed.
The mirror from Lopez's utility room. Yep, I was still looking great.
Great.
A big statuette of the Virgin Mary kept an eye on the place. Hanging from the ceiling was a huge yellowed candle. It looked really old and had never been lit. Now that it had given up its secret, the glass squares in the lectern were just decorative again. It was a rod with a cone and a hook on the end. I guessed it was for snuffing out the big candle in the chandelier. It was a rod with a... I guessed...
So maybe... Nope.
I couldn't reach up there.
Wow. So what could I do now?
I couldn't reach up there.
But now it's highlighted. When I pick up the pole, I can do something with the candle. I think that's then only for closing the door. Yeah, he said that. That's true. Maybe talk to her again. Go, George. Yeah, we should have taken her with us. Woman? You obtained woman. But we got the Bible, huh?
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
The chessboard?
There's still the mystery of the missing chess piece.
I do not think that it will ever be discovered unless the fate of the children is revealed.
The Inquisition were suspected of taking the chalice and the kids, right? We know now they were innocent of the first crime. What if...
They did not take the children either. Then what happened to them?
The Inquisition admitted to killing Don Carlos's manservant. Now, this guy had been told to protect the kids at all costs, right?
That is correct.
I think he hid them, and the chalice, when he got wind that the Inquisition was coming. With him dead, and Don Carlos driven mad with grief, there was nobody left who knew the secret. You know what this means, don't you?
I fear so. The children are still here somewhere. If this is so, then it is small wonder that the De Vasconcellos are cursed.
Here's the Bible from the Mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
George is so smart.
Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, For thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what's it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the Mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
So let's ask him, right?
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
No. Lopez, tell us the truth.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Ooh.
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the De Vasconcellos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
Okay.
Well, you must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
All right.
Any ideas yet?
Not as yet, Senor Stobart. I shall give it more thought.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
So he needs just a little bit more time, like the priest? Is it gone? Yep. All right. So I guess I'm not finished here. I have to figure that out before we go somewhere else, right? So I have to find something. Good to know. But guys, I have to stop for